Right. God damn it. Fucking thing. Okay, never mind.
I'm
The
reading
timer at the top
Tavern
isn't
Brawler.
doing right. So, yeah, Tavern Brawl is good. It depends
Kinda
if you
funny.
don't. Yeah, if you don't want to use actual weapons, then Tavern Brawl is good. But yeah, it means that you improvise weapons. You can use people as weapons then as well. Get somebody that's like a halfling. You can pick them up by the ankles and use the weapon. But we don't encourage that because that's
Offensive.
offensive. And
Well, apparently, it's National Throw Short People Month at the moment.
nice.
Or something.
You know, I kind of always wanted to play a halfling that just wore like this big spiked helmet. I was like, use me.
You need a
Nice.
barbarian on team for that.
You'd
I was just watching a movie about a little person called The Station Agent because it's set in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good movie. I recommend. It's with I'm bad with names. That famous guy from Game of Thrones. Little person.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Dinklage. Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, at first level, you know 2 cantrips and 2 first level spells. So have a look at the druid spell list. Let me copy the link. Send it to you. Send it to you in the private DMs. So yeah, there you go. So have a look at that and decide which 2 you want to add, and I will just quickly copy over Farland's shit to your shit because it's going to make it a lot easier. Balls, that's not.
Okay, I am looking right now.
Paste. Delete that.
So it would be
okay.
first level?
Cantrips are all 0 level.
Okay.
And you get two first levels. So that means these all get deleted. This gets deleted. Have these prepared. So these are some of the ones. If you're looking on your character sheet now, those are some of the ones that you'll get. And if I just look at Druid, how many spell slots you have? 2 first, 2 cantrips, and I don't think you have to prepare your spells. I think you know them. I think it's like, no, you don't have to learn them. You do have to have them ready though, like prepared. So on a long rest, choose what spells you want to have in your arsenal, basically. Has anybody else decided what they wanted to do with their levels?
I've just dumped to stat points.
Cool. And are you
I've
going
got
up
an
in
spell.
cleric again?
Yeah, I'm going up in cleric.
Sweet.
I'm usually a mono person.
Cirrus, are you going up in what do you call it?
Paladin.
Paladin.
Yeah. Decided to take the Oath of the Ancients.
Oh, nice.
So he's been back in the city for a while, and he's actually started to kind of miss the wilderness of the battlefield a bit, and how the rules seemed much simpler there.
Yeah.
I think that's the angle I want to take in terms of roleplay for that. But the question then is, it sounds like we're taking a feat at character level 4, not class level 4?
Yeah, character level. I mean, well, yeah, you do only get it at character level, don't you?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you
rules
for
is
reminding me.
written, it is at class level 4.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Which
well,
is
then
one
it
of
complicates
the
things as
downside
well.
of multi-classing.
Yeah, downside of multi-classing, exactly. Okay. Alright, Jen, it's up to you. If you take the level in Druid, you can have the level in Druid, but you can't have the feat. Because feats are based on your class level and not your player level.
Oh no.
Yeah, I clean forgot. It's been a while since anyone's taken any feats. Yeah, so you can have tough, but you have to be a what do you call it for it? You have to be a rogue for it. Or you can take druid, and then you'll have to take another level in rogue before you can take it, or another few levels in druid before you can take it. So it's like Jack says, it's one of the downsides of multiclassing. You have to balance out the feats with it. That's up to you.
Class. Like, I don't know how that works per level.
Your class,
So, like, if I
and
wanna
your overall
stay-
player level. So your overall player level goes from 1 to 20 and ends at 20. And your multi-class can be any division of any classes there in between. You can have 5 levels of one, 12 levels of another, 3 levels of a different one, and then you add up to 20 altogether. But you only get the feats when each of those classes meets a certain mile marker. And you get more of them with rogues. There's like 2 extra ASIs than regulars, and I think you also get that with monks, but I could be wrong. But when you take those levels, you get the bonuses that come with them, and feats and ability score improvements, they're linked to your class and not your overall level. So if you want to go for your feat, then you can, but you would have to be a level 4 rogue at least, and then you can take a druid after that, and you'll keep your feat, but you'll get your multi-class later than now. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, let me do that then. I'll stay at level 4.
Broke off a bit. Are you staying as a rogue, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. So we'll just delete that then. So you still get your ability score improvement, rather your feat toughness. It's still a D8, and you get the bonuses of level 4 rogue, I guess. Let me just have a look at what that is.
You want me re-roll?
No. You've already rolled a D8, it's fine. We keep
Okay.
that. Yeah, so for rogue at level 4, you get just ability score improvement.
You all do
you-
a level 4.
Yeah. Well, everybody does at class level, yeah. But you get extras at like 10th and 16th, and the others don't, or it might be 19th. I can't remember. There's one later on anyway. Yours is extra at 10th on rogue. Anyway, that's that. So you've got yours, and then Sue, what did you want to do with your character?
Okay, so can I do this, what do we call it? Special thing?
Special thing? What special thing?
I'm bad with names. The feat? What do you call it?
Yeah.
Is that
So
what it
you
is?
want to take a feat? Okay. So which feat do you want?
Well, are there many? If I was to, just because my character is hilarious and I like being funny, but are
Mhm.
there many things that Tavern Brawler would be useful, like lying around, or should I be a healer?
Well, Tavern Brawler sort of allows you to improvise with just random shit around you so that you can fight people with the crap that you pick up. It's very fight focused. It's not very charisma or hilarity focused. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's
You
not
could throw a
really
dog.
that kind of thing.
Well,
Someone's
it's
left.
kind of funny, throwing weird things.
So, someone didn't like what I was saying and they left.
No, I said I'll
Jen didn't
throw
like
the
what
dog. I said throw the dog, and Jane was like, nope.
I was saying. Absolutely.
Oh,
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
well, I
Have
could
an
be a
internet.
healer.
I think I'm having internet
That
issues.
healer
Kira
would-
says.
Uh,
I've taken the extra cantrip as well.
Cool.
Because I can apparently do that.
Yeah.
Last session, I feel like everyone was nearly dying, so I've got to spare the dying.
Nice. Okay. So, what is it you want to do? You want to be a healer?
Yeah, what do you think? Should I
Let's
do
have a
that?
look. You can use a healer's kit to stabilize a dying creature. That creature also gains 1 HP. As an action, you can spend 1 use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature and restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points to it, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit die. The creature can't regain hit points from this feat again until it finishes a short or long rest. It's up to you. You can do that if you want.
I don't know. I guess.
It's not the most game-breaking, feat in the world. It
Well,
just
there
sort
were
of
some
means
more
that you can make
amazing
more
ones.
use of the healing kits that you've already got.
Oh, I mean, there were some better things. It's just my character seemed kind of clumsy. Let's see.
The problem that you've got is that you don't actually own any healing kits. They're not a part of your pack.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, hi.
So if you do want to do it, you can, but you'd need to actually go to a shop and buy some.
Oh, I see. Oh, no.
Another option would be to go magic initiate route and pick cleric.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cleric's a good
Where's
choice.
that?
Yeah, if you wanted to focus on increasing your healing ability.
I'm scrolling.
It says choose a class: Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. You learn 2 cantrips of your choice from that class's spell list. In addition, choose 1 first-level spell to learn from that same list. Using this feat, you can cast the spell once at its lowest level, and you must finish a long rest before you can cast it in this way again. So yeah, you get two cantrips and 1 first-level spell slot of one of those class types. So there's Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. A cantrip is an unleveled spell. So a cantrip is like a level 0 spell. It doesn't take up any spell slots. You can use it as many times as you want between rests. But a first level spell slot and above, they all take spell slots to be able to cast. And you run out of those. They're a finite resource. That's why you only get 1 use of 1 first level spell slot for this. But it could be anything. It could be any of those ones that you read. That I read out. It's up to you.
I just feel more confused. Cleric, is that what we said?
Cleric, yeah. So there's Cleric. Get to the Cleric spells.
Cool.
Clerics are some of the more powerful wizards, or spellcasters rather. They have up to 9th level, so they've got a big list of shit to go from. You only get access to the first 2 levels though. So cantrip, you get Decompose, Guidance, Hand of Radiance, Light. I think you already have that ability anyway as an Aasimar. Mending, Resistance, Sacred Flame, Spare the Dying, Thaumaturgy, Toll the Dead, Virtue, Word of Radiance. A bunch of different spells for different things. But then first level, you get Bane, Bless, Ceremony, Command, Create or Destroy Water, Cure Wounds, Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, Detect Poison and Disease, Guiding Bolt, Guiding Hand, Healing Word, Inflict Wounds, Protection from Evil and Good, Purify Food and Drink, Sanctuary, Shield of Faith.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
So you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Right. So, I'm just gonna. Okay, so while I'm doing this, let me see if I can get multiple brain cells working in tandem. I'm not feeling hopeful about that, but here we go. So the idea behind today's session is that you have some downtime. You have already been through quite a bit. I think that is an understatement.
Mhm.
The
a big day.
It's been quite trying, hasn't it? Yeah, the problems that you have come across are innumerable and difficult. One of you is homeless. The same person has lost their mother somehow, somewhere. One of
I'm
you
sorry
has
to
managed
hear.
to find some documents which you've not yet been able to fully decipher. Another of you has come to a realization of the actual living arrangements that you're in at the moment. But the last of you has been speaking to quite a few dogs and one rat. So I think that person has really had, a very different experience over the last day than everybody else has. But we're here for all of it. This is your first week of downtime. You will each have one task which you can choose to do, your own task. You get to decide what it is. And I will say that every day you would be rolling for this. There's no point in just endlessly rolling. It makes more sense to me that we make this more of a. If you would have rolled multiple times in that week, then you would definitely have succeeded at some point in 7 rolls. So rather than having everybody roll multiple times just to get the inevitable win, I'll just say that given a whole week's focus on a single task means that you will definitely succeed at that task, and I will just give you whatever information it is that you're aiming to get from it. There's no way of me telling you absolutely, oh, this is the big bad evil guy, this is where they live, this is what their weaknesses are, this is how many HP they have. I'm not going to give you that much information. It's not going to be game breaking. But if you want to pursue a certain thing for the first week, then you can pursue a certain thing for the first week. We're going to have 2 weeks of downtime, so you can each pick 2 tasks, if you like. I'll give you a midway sort of update after the first week, and then we'll get another update after the second week, and you'll come to understand what I mean by update when it comes. You will also, at the end of that, get the opportunity to do whatever it is you want to do in and around the different maps on this. So, if you want to do this by initiative order, we can do. But I know that a lot of people don't like being put on the spot when they're not prepared for things. So, whoever feels ready to say what they would like to do in their first week, then go for it. And I will give you a few reminders of things that you've not fully been able to resolve just yet. Cirrus, you're homeless and you've lost your mum.
That's where his focus is at, for sure.
Absolutely. Kira, you've got a document that you've not fully deciphered, and you have interests in and around the city regardless. Avonwaith, you're still on the hunt for information about the Raven, and the information about that Raven is currently in a piece of paper which you haven't fully deciphered either, and is currently in the possession of Kira. And Shen, you have come to the realization that the place that you've been living in for the whole of your memorable life is not the place that you believed it to be. It is now up to you guys what it is that you want to do. Let me know when you've decided, each of you at a time, I guess.
I'm obviously going to be poring over this document.
Okay, so if your focus is on the document, I am going to send you the actual document with everything redacted, removed, that can be removed. So this is what you would have got. I'm sending it to you now. This is what you would have got if you had rolled a nat 20. And for the sake of everybody, shall we read it out? Shall I read it out?
Go ahead. I have a kitty that's meowing at me, so.
Okay. So the other people in the group, it's up to you, Kira, whether you share this information with them. But the other people in the group may not know all of this information. So, KP security, top secret. Subject: the Wraith, aka the Raven. First sighting unknown. Physical description unknown. Known associations unknown. Abilities. Suggested abilities include but are not limited to flight and encyclopedic knowledge of the Five Nations and their laws. It is not known how these abilities came about. Significance. For as long as there have been written records, there have been mentions of a figure known as the Wraith. Of the many major disruptive world events leading back into the Malum Age, there has been mention of this Raven in places ranging from local rumour to written record. KPS has made efforts to contain these rumours and obtain all written records. It is believed that containment and control of this figure will allow Operation Squall to go ahead. Suggested actions. All efforts should be made to find and eliminate the counterpart to the Wraith, known as A Redacted, that's just A at the start of the name. Organisations outside of KPS are close to resolution on this matter, and it is believed that the Wraith is close to obtaining the final key, Squall. So there is a part of that document which you can tell is irreparably irreparably redacted. That part after the A. Counterpart to the Wraith, aka the Raven, is somebody whose name begins with an A.
Oh, great.
I will let you, as an added extra, if you want to, Jen, I will allow you to roll one investigation check if you want to see if you can figure out exactly what this all means.
Yes, please.
But it being a roll, it won't be an automatic win.
Right.
That could be something that you want to do on your next week, but that's up to you.
I mean, I can roll it now and then spend the next week if I don't succeed.
Yeah, if you like.
Okay. All right, so it's a +4 for investigation. 22.
22. Okay. It strikes you as odd that the names of this person are Raven and Wraith, and that you happen to know somebody with a very similar sounding name, which begins with an A.
Okay.
That if you took away the R's from Raven Wraith, you might just get somebody else's name.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah,
dun.
I'm smelling what you're cooking. I got this.
Wait, who could it be?
I'm picking up what you're putting down. The rest of the document with a 22, you don't get it. You don't understand exactly what Operation Squall is, nor would you. You don't understand what even the Malum Age is. That's history that doesn't get taught in schools. And you being from
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah, you being from a different country altogether, you know, you're in a different nation. You're from the Celestine Shore. You wouldn't necessarily be privy to all of the information that another nation would be. So yeah, you're not 100% on this, but you're pretty sure who it is that KPS have it out for, and it says that there are other operatives who are closing in on that person.
Yes.
But again, it's up to you how much of that you share with people. Speaking of Avonwaith, which what's the word? Which spells did you want? Which cantrips and which spell?
I don't know.
Right, I'm gonna give you a link to follow. I just want you to have a look at the cantrip and the first level columns, and just tell me what it is you want to do. I tell you what, just to make it easy on you, because I know that you're not quite familiar Discord. I'm gonna put it in the Discord general D&D stuff.
Okay, they're good because I'm already there. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, who else had something that they wanted to do this first week?
I wouldn't mind going back to home. I say in quotes.
Yeah.
And I want to help Sirius find his mum.
Okay,
I
cool.
also, like you said, I know that home's not what I think it was, so I would like to go back and pretty much pack up as much as I can travel with.
Okay. So
Really only what I don't really care about.
finding a home, I would say is one thing that you could do, and finding his mum is another thing that you could do. You could
I
do
wouldn't
that
mind-
across the 2 weeks, or you could do one of those things in the first week.
I think what we could do is if Shin and Cirrus get to talking about it, they might come up with a plan of kind of divvying up that workload. Be like, okay, so I'll get things sorted for a house for like the 3 of us if you want to move in, Shin, if you don't have a home.
Oh
You
no.
know Mom loves you.
Oh, that's sweet, but I think I think first of all you need
We need
somewhere,
to find Mom.
and your mum, of course. I would like to ask the people where I used to live now if they could tell me what happened when I first arrived. You know, looking for answers.
What happened when you first arrived?
You know, remember, I don't remember, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think you can do that for free because that's just a conversation. That's not something that would take a whole week, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think that you would be able to figure that kind of information out just based on what you're at the moment, unless you want to spend the full week going and investigating and talking to people and, you know, doing the full sleuth thing.
I think, to be honest, I'm pretty sure there's only one person that's ever in charge that might know, and I probably would know who that person is.
Okay. So you can talk to them, but like I said, just talking to them isn't going to mean that you get all the information out of them, because to the best of their knowledge, you were just left there at the door. So it won't necessarily illuminate anything more about it, if that makes sense.
No secret notes or something?
Well, again, you can have that conversation. That would be something that if you wanted to find the full truth behind it, you could spend the full week doing it. But it would be more than just that conversation, and it would take up one of those 2 actions.
I think it's more important to find Sirius's mum first.
Okay.
Then
You could still have the conversation with him. You just need to decide whether you're going to do it, and then we'll have that as an encounter. What do you want to do first? Do you want to look for Mum, or do you want to talk to this person first?
I would like to think Shanna's a little bit on the selfless side to her own detriment, so she'll probably look for Sirius's mum first.
Okay. And Cirrus, you're looking for a place to live?
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Well, I
that
think
something
there's-
shared between yourself and Shen?
Yeah, but I think first, in order to kind of facilitate that, he'd try reaching out to like the insurance company, try to figure out if there's make a claim or try to make a claim on his mother's behalf, that sort of thing. That would be his first step, is try to get that sorted.
Okay. Right, so it sounds like we've got 2 encounters to go through here then. First off, let's go with Cirrus's conversation. I guess you're going to call the number?
Yeah.
Hello? You're speaking with 432 Insurance.
Hi, 432 Insurance. My name is Cirrus Wild. I'm calling on behalf of my mother. I have power of attorney in her business interests and assets. She has lost her home. It has burned down in the recent riots, and I want to know what I need to do in order to start filing the claim process on her behalf.
Okay. And what was your name again, sir?
My name is Cirrus Wild. We have account number 574389.
Let me just look you up.
It's such a small account number.
Yeah, well, it's a hereditary account. We've had for ages.
Okay,
this is
I've got the policy details here. I am seeing here that this policy was closed a few years ago by a Celine Wild.
Okay.
Is
That
that
doesn't.
is that the name of your mother?
Yeah, that would be the name of my mother. Could you forward a copy of that paperwork to my email?
First, before I can do that, I need to see the copy of the power of attorney that you said that you have. Are you able to email it over?
Yeah, I've got a copy of that on my phone. Here, let me just.
Give me a sleight of hand roll to be able to do it
to
properly.
juggle.
Yeah,
This is gonna be great.
to see how well you can work the phone. Send a full, detailed copy of the document.
Not well.
Six.
Alright, I'm not finding it right at the moment. Can you give me the email address to forward it to, and I'll get that to you and call back?
Yes, of course. It actually goes to our parent company, Tenebris Industries. So if it's spelled TENEBRISIND at
Mhm.
claims.com.
At claims.com.
Yeah.
TENEBRISIND at claims.com.
So if you could send it through to that and put your policy number on the top, I will be able to see it the moment it comes through.
Fantastic. I'll get that right over. Thanks for your help.
No problem.
Did I put it at
Feel free
attention to anyone specific?
No, I'll see it. I'll keep my eye out for that number.
Fantastic. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much for your time. Boop, boop, boop. And Shen, you wanted to talk to the head of the clinic.
Yes, I do, if they're not too busy.
Shen. What is it? I'm very busy.
Oh gosh, I don't know how to ask this. Wondering, have you got any details surrounding my dumping here, I guess?
I think we might have been through that once before. Wow, my thing just zoomed in real quick on Cirrus.
Mine too.
I saw that as well.
Okay.
What happened there?
It must be because I did a /me. I didn't know
Yeah.
it did that.
Oh, you took us all there.
Yeah, I've got an ultra wide
Hey, I
monitor
have
as
to
well,
just
so
press-
my ultra wide just fully just zoomed in. Wow, that was amazing.
Oh,
For a
sorry.
second, I thought somebody was controlling my stuff, and I was like, "What's going on?"
I've been
Um,
invaded.
Well, now I know it does that.
Bobby, can you come in here for a minute? What is it, Kane? Oh, just come in here. What do you want? Hello? Are you here? Shen, what do you
Oh,
want?
sorry. Oh, blimey, I didn't know you were talking to me.
It's alright. It's hard to know when you're not face to face, isn't it?
Is there any do you still have any details about, was there anything found of me when you first found me here, back when I was a kid?
We're going back some time now. I mean, it's been a long time, honestly, and
Oh, really?
most of that has fallen out the back of my head, but I seem to remember that you were in a basket. It didn't look like sort of one thing I noted of it was that it didn't look like it was shop bought. It looked like it was handmade. It was sort of, made of twigs and
Ooh.
like sticks with, leaves still attached from the forest.
Might be from the forest, I guess.
Yeah, I would have guessed at that myself, but the forest is even bigger than the city, so it would have been difficult for me to go off looking. And it's over by Central City at the the base of the mountain. I don't have the time to leave the clinic for that, so I've never really been able to follow up. But
That's a,
that was all there was really. You were in a basket that seemed handmade from sticks. I hope that helps.
I guess the forest is a lead.
Bobby and Kane are both drow, dark elves. They both spend most of their time indoors away from the sunlight. You imagine that being away from the sun for so long probably isn't that much of a hardship on them. But Bobby sort of, like the person who's trying to look like they care, they sort of reach their hand out and sort of tentatively just tap you on the shoulder and say, they're there. I hope you feel better. Anyway, I honestly didn't really have a lot to do with it at the time. I just remember seeing you turn up, and honestly, I just thought that you would be a financial hardship on the clinic. But thankfully, Athena managed to work things out, and, well, she's still here. You know how great she is.
I do. I'm so grateful.
The goblin, the clinic goblin Athena, you recall. Let me just show you that artwork. So this is Athena. And then this is Kane, the boss.
Mhm.
And then this is Bobby, woman that was.
Okay.
Yeah, so they give you that information. You can obviously talk to Athena as well on your way out if you wanted to.
I will do, yeah. I think it's only fair to say that I am thinking about possibly going out on my own and spreading my own wings. Or
Oh,
roost.
dearie, that's very good. What made you think to do that?
Well, kind of outgrowing this place. I mean, my head is literally brushing against the ceiling sometimes.
Well, yes, that is quite true. You're about 4 times my size, aren't you? Well, in height, anyway. I think I still got you on width. That's a belly. And mustn't forget my bottom. It's very big as well. Got to say, I love the cakes. I've just got a real thing for the cakes. Petra, who is also a clinic goblin here, and is Athena's partner, looks over and says, "Well, I love making them for you." And she gets back to treating the patient that she's after at the time.
Darling.
Yeah,
I mean,
Athena and Petra are just a beautiful.
No. I mean, I hope it's okay if I leave my stuff for a little bit while I figure out where I'm going to go.
Dearie, as far as I'm concerned, this is your home. If you choose to leave your things here, then they are belonging here regardless. Wherever you choose to call home is up to you, my dear. But for as long as I am alive and I'm working here and I put my time in, you will always be welcome. Promise you that.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now go out there and spread your wings. I imagine they're just as big as you are.
I'm sorry if I walk into the door again on the way out.
Don't worry, I've gotten quite good with the hammer and nails. It's been a boon. I couldn't never do any DIY before. Now I do it all the time.
Unintentionally learning how to fix things because of my clumsiness.
Probably a good idea as well. Yeah, so that's your interaction with them then.
Yeah.
That much you get for free. And then what did you want to spend your week doing?
I was gonna help. Are we still really worried about Sirius's mum? Did I miss something?
Let me say at this point that Cirrus is not overly worried because he had that nat 1 on insight against his mom, so
Yep.
he's kind of figuring now that she just left early to kind of pick up some essentials. So the day of, he's not worried. If it gets to like evening and he hasn't heard from her, that's when he's gonna start getting worried. But right off the bat, not worried.
Okay.
So then it's
Well-
up to you what you want to spend your week doing. You could still look
Um,
for her, but it's up to you.
I'm going to pack up some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like my essentials, passports, etc. And laptop. Always a laptop.
Always the laptop, and don't forget the games console, the little handheld.
Yep. Both of them. I'm glad I'm glad I'm quite a strong person because I don't think a goblin will be able to carry this all around on adventures.
Well, I mean, you're a furbolg, so you've actually got the carrying capacity stats of a creature bigger than you. You're a medium
Oh, so
creature, and
lucky.
you've got the carrying capacity of a large creature. So you're able to carry a whole lot of stuff.
So I'm going to spend my time, well, half the time helping Cirrus with whatever he needs to help with,
Right.
and half the time, in quotes, looking up information about the forest, but I'm really distracted by my gaming as well.
Okay. Well, if Cirrus is looking for accommodation for the both of you, then I would say that Cirrus can just do that without needing your help. So you could still take your full week to look up information about the forest.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean,
So
that's the only need I've got.
that's cool. So Cirrus, back over to you then. So you know that there are multiple districts in this city. There's Lower Heights where you already did live. There's the Regency Hotel if you wanted to actually, pay a high amount and get a center of the city kind of view over things. It'll be more per week, per day in terms of gold spent, but you'll get a higher class of place. There's Bellevue Apartments, which is the place where I think Kira, you didn't tell me specifically where it is that you live, but I sort of in my mind had that as your sort of haunt. That you do have a place that you stay. It's not necessarily somewhere that you own because you're sort of transient in this country, but that if you were going to stay anywhere, it would be most likely Bellevue for various reasons.
Right.
Which I can go into, but yeah, that'll be in a moment. So there's Bellevue. There's also Riverside Living, which is another sort of residential area similar to Lower Heights, but slightly more upmarket. It's almost like it's exactly the same quality of life as in Lower Heights, but it's sort of more. What's the word? It's more of a hipster kind of an area. It's like
Gentrified.
it's sort of like Lower Heights has a bad reputation among arseholes purely because those arseholes are bigots and racist against the little people that live there. That's the only reason that it has a bad rep is just because those people put out nasty things about it which are not true. But Riverside Living is an almost carbon copy, but it costs twice as much because it's hipster. And then you've got other various residential districts in the outer sort of rim, but those are going to be very difficult to get into the inner city in any good time.
I think he would try to stick in Lower Heights mostly because
Yeah.
he's still looking for a place with his mom, and Lower Heights was adapted from, big people buildings to
Yeah.
accommodate little people.
Okay.
So it would be a comfortable place, provided he could find a place like his home for everyone,
Okay.
rather than being a place where someone had to squidge in or couldn't reach the floor.
So, what kind of a place do you think you would be looking for in there? You get the automatic success on this, so you get what you say. So it's just whatever you're looking for between you and Shen, the two of you can get that in Lower Heights.
I would like a bed that can fit me.
So a two-bed,
Mhm.
so a two-bedroom house we're looking for.
Yeah. We're looking to make sure Ma has a place too. So
Yeah. Okay. So 3-bed. And you're
3-bed, or maybe a detached mother-in-law if that's within budget.
Yeah.
So she can have her own little home.
Oh,
Cool. So yeah, I will say that for the sake of not having to account for what your actual, payment
Income.
towards this is going to be, that this just comes out of your KPS salary, and we don't need to worry about the actual cost of it coming out of your pocket in character sheet terms, if that makes sense.
Crap, how do I earn money?
You don't. You live in an attic above a clinic. You don't do any official work. You don't have a
I
job.
try and they never let me.
you take small donations from the few people that you do help, and that includes Athenwaith and Cirrus and Kira. You are really the link between all of these people. They wouldn't necessarily have gotten close to each other had it not been you helping each of them to heal up when they needed you. You're really the glue, whether they know it or not.
I still think I need to find some suitable wage somewhere.
That could be something you do in your second week, or you could choose to do that now if you wanted.
I wouldn't know what to do. I mean,
So,
I'm not my real
do you
self,
want
actually.
to look for Celine then? Or do you want to look for the forest? You said that you were looking for the forest, didn't you?
Yeah, the forest. That's
So
the
you
clue.
want to have a look around for the forest. Okay.
Mhm.
So, cool. So there's the public library. There is you already sort of stay at the Praiseby Clinic. There is the Praiseby Cathedral in the centre of the city, closer to the KPS local office that you've already been to. They might have some information on a clerical side. There's Organics. They're sort of like a free-range inner-city farmland. They might have information just purely based on the fact that it's natural in nature. Then you've also got what else would there be? I think that would really be it. It's library, cathedral, or plant people. Or there's always the records in City Hall, but they're just going to be official records. So it's up to you which one you go to.
I think I'll try the library.
Okay, you go to the library, you find 3 books, each of them about the forest. One of them is a book of poetry about the forest. One of them is a book of maps for that region so that you can see the specific layout of it. But that book of maps is sort of from like 50 years ago, and you understand, trees grow, so things might actually have changed. And this being a fantasy world, druids might actually move them from day to day, so the forest will shift and change. And the last of them is it's sort of an old druidic book written in druidic. You would need to find a druid who could either translate it for you, or you would need to spend some time learning that language to be able to read it. But you get a bunch of information from all of this that builds up a bigger picture for you on what this forest is, exactly where it is, and what kind of people may live there. But that's the kind of information that you get with a week left.
Can I use my phone to take a picture of these pages?
Well, you could just take the books. It's a library.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm not going to charge you for late fees, so that would be a dick move to be a DM that charges people late fees for theoretical books.
Well, we could always just take.
I mean, that's really good immersion, though.
Absolutely, yeah, it's great immersion. You need to apply to me for a library card. So,
I have a
No,
library
I'm not gonna
card.
do
I've been living here for ages.
that's yeah. I live in Derby. I don't have a Derby library card. Right. Okay. So that's Cirrus. You've got your new home that you and Shen can
Yeah.
stay in, and Celine as well when you find her.
Yeah,
If
and
you
he
find
was
her.
just like every day sending her texts and be like, got a new home.
Mhm.
We're
I'll help
getting it
with
set
text
up.
as well.
E-
You
each
find
of
us here.
them, each of them has sent. None of them has read.
Yeah,
None of your
he's gonna be
ticks go
getting more and
blue.
more concerned.
If we're talking WhatsApp terms, none of the ticks go blue. But they are being received. Shen, you get the information about the forest and all of that. Kira, you get your information about the document and what that all pertains to and what that means. While I'm back with you, I do just want to, before I get back to our last but not least person, Kira, where do you actually stay in the city? Is it Bellevue, do you think, or do you stay on rooftops? Do you sleep in alleyways? Do you live in a hostel? Where do you live?
I mean, I think I would stay on rooftops.
So you don't actually stay in a place, you stay on a place.
Yeah, and that way
Okay.
I can move and change at a moment's notice if need be.
Cool. Whereabouts do you think would be your main locus?
I am gonna keep an eye on.
On Avonwaith?
I can't paint.
You hold the button down. You just click and hold. There you go.
Yeah, I would keep my eye over there.
So you want to move over to where Avonwaith is? Cool.
Close by, yeah. Maybe on the
Yep.
rest home, just so I can.
This is just a placeholder for where Avonwaith I think might be. I'm gonna actually ask Sue now where she thinks
Oh,
Avonwaith
okay.
would hang out. But yeah, so long as you're just saying that you're gonna keep an eye out on Avonwaith, that's fine.
I mean,
okay.
after reading what I read, yeah.
Also, just while on you, just give me a history check.
Hold on. Oh, it's a +0, so it's just a d20.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Tenebris Industries is a front for the Moonshadow clan. You know that much. So this office block here is a complete front for the roguish operations of the Moonshadow clan, whom you are a part of and inducted into. Avonwaith, we're on to you now. What one thing do you want to get successful in this week?
Is this the spell thing?
No, this is just
y-
what do you want to do? What
Oh.
task
Oh, well,
would
you
you
gave
do
me
in
the
this
spell.
time?
What am I doing with the spell thing you sent me?
The spells are because you picked Magic Initiate and you are
Oh, okay.
you're taking that as a feat. I just want to know what spells you want to add to your spell list in the cleric column. So which two cantrips and which one's first level spell?
Resistance, maybe.
Okay, resistance. Yeah. Have you read these?
Well, it doesn't say much. Oh, am I supposed to click on it?
Yes, you're supposed to click on it. Okay, let's get back to that then. Give you some time to read them. You don't just click. I'm not. You can't just pick them by their name.
I didn't see that.
All right. So what
never
do you
mind.
want besides the spells? Then we'll give you that time to look that up while
Aye.
everyone else is talking later. What do you want to do in this week in your downtime? What do you think Avonwaith would focus his time on?
Well, do I have amnesia?
You don't remember the time before you arrived here.
Okay. Is there a way to heal myself to remember?
You could try going to any number of healers. There are clerics, there's a hospital, there's a bunch of places that might be able to help. There's obviously going to be some kind of psychic in the city. You don't know whether they're genuine or not. But yeah, there's plenty of places that might profess to be good at it. Whether they are or not is besides the point. So if you're looking to try and get some of your knowledge back, then you would need to head down that road, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the information.
Okay, I guess.
It's like you can to put it a different way, you everything that you want to do in this week, all of you, you can do it so long as it's reasonably achievable within a week. Getting all of your memories back doesn't feel to me like it would be
Yeah.
reasonably achievable within a week. So you can like head down that road, but it doesn't mean that your memories are just going to magically come back because you think about it for a week. Does that make sense? So yeah, like finding Celine may be successful, it might not be successful. You can head down that road if you want to, but again, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's automatically going to happen. Like I said at the start, it's not going to be game-breaking stuff. It's just going to be what you want to achieve. So what do you think Avonwaith might focus on? You can try and find some memories, or you can try and find some information out before that time. You could look into the phenomena of other angels or other Asimar. in the region to see if there are any others or why there aren't any. If not, or try and track them down if there are. You could try, investigating something. You could try and look into the Raven a bit more. Track down Kira and see whether Kira's got some information for you. There's all kinds of stuff that you could try. It's up to you what you want to actually do.
Would the cathedral know anything about me?
You can go there. It's up to you.
Okay. Someone's got an audio playing.
Is that me?
Is that? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
There is
Is it on?
music playing through Foundry.
I hear paintbrush in your hand.
Yeah,
Who-
sorry,
Oh,
my
someone-
friend's streaming.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it's playing that.
So, Avonwaith, you go to the cathedral?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just plonk you over there then. Cool. So, you head into the cathedral. It's not sort of time for mass. The what would you call him? The cleric, I suppose. The cleric is there at the front. Priest, whatever denomination you want to call it. I don't want to go into the semantics of which specific religion in the real world that this would be the equivalent of. It's just a religion. We don't go into the details, but yeah, they are there. If you want to talk to them.
Oh. What would you call them? Father? Reverend? I don't know.
You may call me Michael. I just go by Michael. Thank you.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
I'm Avonwaith.
Oh, hi, Avonwaith.
As you can see by the wings, I'm a fallen angel.
Oh, okay. Right.
But the problem is I have amnesia.
I
Is
see.
there any kind of information or healing that you think you would have to help me figure out more about myself?
Well, what part of your history do you not remember? Is it like a day or a week or?
How long has it been? Is it real time?
You've been there.
Weeks?
I think
How
you've
many
been in the
how-
city. You've been in the city for a few years. You don't really remember.
Oh,
anything
years.
before
Okay.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
since then. Oh.
Yeah. You've been sort of trying to find your way around, and you stumbled into the private investigator life while you were trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
Okay. So, a few years.
A few years you've lost. You could try and get a few
Yeah.
years
Or
back.
no, I remember a few years, but anything before that, I don't remember.
Oh. Have you been here before?
Maybe my memory's not really been good.
I do wonder. This seems like the kind of thing that someone would have come to us sooner about. That makes sense. If you've been around for a few years and you've not asked anybody about it, that seems a little bit odd. But okay.
I might have.
I'm up to the challenge. I'm up to the challenge, dear Avonwaith. Okay. So what do you remember? Do you remember where you landed? You've fallen.
No.
Right. Okay. And was it here in this city? I suppose.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And do you remember what you were wearing? I suppose.
I think I had on angel robes,
You had on angel robes. Okay.
but they were
Um,
kind of burnt.
Burnt angel robe. Okay. Please just stay here for one moment for me.
Okay.
He goes off into the back. He's got sort of a hurried pace. Roll me an insight check. I'm gonna roll
Oh
him.
no.
I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
him for him as well.
Oh, you'll have to roll it for me too.
Oh yeah, I'll roll it. Insight of 5. Okay. Your insight beats his deception. He thinks that you're crazy and he's running off into the back to call somebody about it. I'll let you do whatever you want to with that information.
Follow him.
Okay.
He's-
Are you gonna do this openly, or are you stealthing your way there?
No, do it openly, because he doesn't know what I know.
Okay. So you openly follow him into the back. Okay. Yes. Hello, Avonlake. This part of the cathedral isn't really open to the public. Look, I will level with you. I have never known anybody of your kind before. I've seen people with wings, but those people tend to be, bird people, not angel people. And you say that you had robes that were burnt? Well, that seems, even for somebody in my profession, as you might imagine, a little bit far-fetched. Look, I don't have the information that you're looking for, but perhaps somebody else might. Look, I don't want to be rude or anything. I never want to be rude. I just don't think that I have what you need to heal. That makes sense. I don't think I can really fix this.
I'll be right back. I gotta take my
okay.
dog out.
Okay.
Okay. Is there maybe some books I could read somewhere else?
Oh, we've got plenty of books. Yes. I tell you what. This really is my cathedral. I'm the main pastor here. I will give you access to my personal library here for as long as you need it.
Oh, thank you.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
He looks very concerned for your health. Okay. Well, look, I'll show you through here, and he points towards an old oak door. And he lifts the latch on it and opens it outwards. Inside there is a small dark room lit by just candles. It's still night time. Everywhere has been permanent night time for the whole. And you get access to his books. He leaves you to it, and you can spend the rest of the week basically just looking through each of the books. You learn a few things. You learn, for one, yes, you are the only person who has ever mentioned in any of these religious texts to be the only fallen angel. There's no prophecy to that mention either in any of these books, at least. But these are sort of, your off-the-shelf kind of religious texts. Then you see one final book. An old book. It is leather-bound. It looks like it's been through a lot. And it talks about the nature of things, basically. The nature of the gods that you would imagine people might pray to. Only this book doesn't elicit that kind of terminology. It doesn't talk about gods. It doesn't talk about a god. Instead, it talks about the one, the being, the one of all. This sort of all-encompassing energy that surrounds everything, and that is the nature of what they pray to. They don't have saints. They don't have martyrs. They don't have angels. What they do have is this one being that they all sort of recognize as being the one responsible for the universe, but not necessarily participating in it. So for there to be somebody professing to be a fallen angel when there is no prior text or knowledge or prophecy to that effect seems unusual. Like perhaps there's more to this than that you're not seeing, and that is not contained in these books. But there is something to this. you would just have to dig deeper in a different ditch. If that makes sense.
Mm.
I say if that makes sense a lot. I hope it doesn't. Anyway. So yeah, that's what you get after a week's study. You get to know that, and I'm guessing Kira is following you and watching during that time. I don't know if Jen's back yet. Jenny, you back? No. So yeah, Jen was saying that she would follow you and watch you during that time. I am gonna need to wait for Jen to be back before I can finish up the rest of it. Is there anything else that any of you wanted to do to just roll for during this week? I'll wait for Jen to get back.
Well, you can help me look at this thing that I'm looking at. This spells,
Oh yeah.
if you want. Let's
Okay.
see.
So
You touch one willing.
yeah, once before the spell ends, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one saving throw of its choice. It really only helps with saving throws, nothing else.
So I'm saving somebody else, not me.
Yep.
Oh.
Much less interesting.
Yeah.
Well, considering my situation, I don't know.
So
Let's
guidance
see,
can be
what's-
good.
How many?
Guidance is like bardic inspiration. It gives somebody like a little boost, a d4
Does-
to add to anything.
Does guidance stack?
I don't know if it does actually.
Because I could guidance, and if we could guidance, we could guidance one person for a big roll. So they got 2 d4s theoretically, if that was the case.
I think it does. The balance for that is the fact that it's a concentration spell. So, and you can only pick one person, and it lasts for a minute, and it takes your action. So it feels to me like it's already quite balanced for that. So I don't see any reason why two people couldn't cast guidance. Because if either one of them take damage, they might lose it, and it can
You
only
can
hold
trip
on
as
one
well,
person.
so
And it's so it feels balanced to me enough to be able to do it twice.
Well, how about Hand of Radiance?
So that's Unearthed Arcana, which means it's not an official thing. But if it pardon me, I'm eating a cookie. If it feels like it works, then we'll go with it.
Ooh, a cookie, not a biscuit.
No, we have cookies and we have biscuits. A cookie is a very
Oh.
specific type of biscuit.
cookie is usually
So it's
the
chocolate
round
chip.
flat things with chocolate chips sometimes.
Right, yeah. And
Ah,
they're generally
okay.
like soft.
We call them chocolate chip cookies.
Right,
Ah.
well, we have other kinds of cookies that are not
Hmm.
chocolate chips that are like oatmeal raisin, but those are shit.
hmm
The
Ah,
cookies
yeah.
that we tend to be very big, quite thick, and like chewy. Like
You can
Oh, okay.
you can often sell them individually.
Yeah, I bought a pack of 4, and it's gonna fill me. It's gonna be like a whole meal.
Oh, you got them from the supermarket,
Yeah,
did you?
I've got a co-op round the corner from me. I just
Ah,
went out there like just before we were starting.
I like
So-
All right, I mean, it sounds delicious, so you're just gonna have
Oh,
to send us some.
Hand of Radiance. Hand of Radiance is... You raise your hand and burning radiance erupts from it. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage. And that is cantrip. That feels quite powerful for a cantrip.
thank you for
I might say that that's probably not going to be one that we go with.
Okay.
Anything with
Right.
UA in brackets after it is not 100% official. It's the kind of thing that like they
alright.
tested it with people first to see whether it would work, and it never made the official books because they scrapped it. That's the kind of thing that UA is. So mending is one that can be useful because you can fix broken stuff. Spare the
Sacred
Dying
Flame.
is-
That's similar.
Sacred Flame is... Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. Target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. Yeah, the difference with this is that it's only one creature. With the the burning hand of radiance or whatever it was. That's every creature that you can see within 5 feet of you. That's a bit much. This is
Okay.
fine because it's only one creature. But yeah, you could do Sacred Flame if
Okay.
you want.
Okay.
Okay, and then there was Guidance as well if you wanted to take that. That's you add a D4 to an ability check of its choice.
Okay.
So, say someone needs to do Persuasion, you just, put a hand on their shoulder and cast some guidance on them for free. They then get to add a D4 to whatever they roll to help them with that. It can help a lot.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want to do that. Well, then there is also Spare the Dying, which is something that Jen's just taken. Thaumaturgy, which is it's like a Thaumaturgy is like minor illusion in action kind of thing. So it's your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for a minute, or you cause flames to flicker bright and dim or change colour for a minute, or you cause harmless tremors in the ground for a minute. It's sort of like, where
Intimidation.
it's like magic to sort of boost what you're already doing. So like Gandalf when he spoke to what's his name, to Frodo in the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. He's like, do not take me for a peddler of cheap tricks, where he makes himself look bigger and his voice gets deeper. It's that, basically. That's Thaumaturgy.
That's kind of cool too.
So
yeah.
you could do Thaumaturgy if you want and seem very intimidating.
Okay, I'll do it. That
Okay.
and Sacred Flame.
And then you've also got a first level spell, which you've got Bane, Bless, Ceremony, Command, Create or Destroy Water, Cure Wounds, Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, Detect Poison and Disease, Guiding Bolt, Healing Word, Inflict Wounds, Protection from Evil and Good, Purify Food and Drink, Sanctuary, and Shield of Faith.
Oh.
There's a lot more and you only get to choose one of them. So Detect Magic is useful because you can look for runes and magical effects around stuff. Command can be useful because you can tell someone to do something, and that doesn't take any somatic or material components. You just say it. So if you're tied up and your mouth is free, then you can use Command.
I like that.
That can be
I like
useful. There's Bless,
Yeah.
which is it's like guidance only on steroids. There's Guiding Bolt is an evocation thing. It's quite helpful sometimes. And you've obviously got Cure Wounds and Healing Word and Shield of Faith, which can help protect your allies around you. There's a bunch of stuff.
I'll do Command.
Command can be useful. So
You can
we'll
command
read
someone to
Command
strip.
Command is long. Let me just give you this then. So it's one action. It lasts for a round. You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. Target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it. Some typical commands and their effects below might issue a command other than one described here. If you do so, the DM determines how the target behaves. If the target can't follow your command, the spell ends. So there's Approach, there's Drop, there's Flee, there's Grovel, there's Halt, etc. Use any one-word command, basically.
Yeah, and you can get creative with that.
Yeah, you can. So yeah, that's what you've got.
Okay.
What do you think? Jenny, you back yet?
Yeah, I've been back.
Sweet. I just wanted to
I-
wait. I wanted to be back. I wanted to make sure that you were back before I moved on with the next bit. Let me just add these to Sue's sheet, and then we'll.
Oh, I had asked previously before my
Yeah.
internet did what it did.
Yeah.
You said that I get the feat, and then what else? You said I get ability
No,
points. Do I get
ability,
to pick
it's
what that's
ability
in?
score improvement, or you get the feat. It's one or the other.
Oh crap! Okay,
So
I must stick with the feat.
some feats do give you a points to add to your sheet, and they come with other bonuses, but usually the points aren't as much. 'Cause
Yeah,
it would be
no, I'm
broken
gonna
to
stick
do
with the
both.
feat.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, right. So, I've just put your thing in there, then Sue. Got your thing ready. And let me
Mhm.
just... This... Well... Wait. Second. Wait this. Oh, wait. Wait. Do this on spreadsheet. Pain in the arse. I do wish sometimes that I had D&D Beyond, but it would cost so much to get the book that I've already...
Is that what you have, Sirius? So you can link your character stuff?
Hmm. If I pay them monthly, I can actually share what I've got, which is most of the books.
Yeah.
How do you have it to where you can link like your investigation and stuff?
That's a Chrome browser add-on called Beyond 20.
Okay, there you go. Right, I've added that to your sheet now then. So you've got your magic initiate feat, and then below that you've got the rest of the spells that you already have. So you've got spells for 2 different things. Also, I need you to roll a d10 for me. We can figure out what your new hit point maximum is. Oh, you don't have dice, do you?
Oh, me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roll D10.
I mean,
Oh, roll a 2. That's
What are
unfortunate.
you rolling for me?
Sue. Rolling for Sue.
Oh, it's secure.
Kira?
So I was like,
oh
wait,
no,
what's going
that's because I had you clicked last. It doesn't make any difference to what actually rolls. I put the command in for that. So you get your Constitution modifier adds to your hit point maximum every time you leveled up by 1, so you get +1 because your Constitution modifier is only +1. And I rolled a 2 on the d10, which means that you get an extra 2 on top of that, so your hit point maximum goes from 25 to 28. And that's that. And then Sue's new max is 35. Not Sue, sorry, Tatsu's. I'm getting mixed up between Sue and Tatsu. Jen's new
okay.
max is 35. Cirrus, I think you've already done yours on your thing, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you've got a new max, and yours is the most at the moment. And then Shen, you've got yours on paper, so I don't know that.
You can always take a photo if you want to.
I'm fine without it, don't worry.
Oh, shit, the thing just refreshed. Hold on.
What refresh? What?
My Foundry.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
Right, cool. Okay, so we get a quick update now then. So that update comes in the form of a news report that you all see. Good afternoon, and welcome to Chorus 5 News. We come to you live from our Fortitude studio following events of this week. The Home Office have yet to provide any information explaining the permanent night we have each been experiencing. There are growing tensions and concerns among residents of Chorus, with round-the-clock riots continuing. Local government in our major cities have called for martial law and nightly curfews. Police have been required to recruit private contractors such as KPS into their ranks, as central government remains quiet on whether to mobilise armed forces. Our neighbouring nations appear to be suffering too, with no official word released from their collective governments. La Forja has been missing since Wednesday, following 2 of their major vessels crashing into the main shipping lanes at Shelaton. No native Chorus vessels have reported sightings of the nation of Demersa Dentibus in the past week. These international tensions have not been commented on as of yet by Chorus officials. We here at Chorus 5 will keep you in the loop. Have a safe night. We return you to your regular viewing. And that's your first update. So that's after your first week. Now, after your first week, Avonlaith, you finished in the cathedral. You've got all the text that you've got. Kira, you are following Avonwaith. Kira, where do you think you are right now? Or would it all depend on where Avonwaith is?
I feel like Avonwaith is still very green to this world and may not be making correct decisions just in case, so I'm keeping an eye on them.
Okay, so Sue, where is Avonwaith at the moment? You've got the information that you could from the cathedral. What do you want to do with the rest of your next week? You've got a second week, a second task, and speed on.
There was like an observatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I could see something.
Okay. That's cool. I'll leave that one until last then. Cirrus and Shen, do you think that you're going to be staying over at your current, your new digs, or what do you think you're going to be doing?
Well, guessing it's not going to be just magically ready for us when we get in.
You succeeded. If it's something that you chose to do
ready.
for a whole week, then it's there.
Oh, okay.
So you are now over in Lower Heights, which is sort of down bottom. It's sort of west side of the map.
Yeah, I think at this point, Cirrus is getting very worried about his mother.
Mhm.
And that's going to be his main focus.
I can help you with that as well.
Okay,
Between
cool.
gaming.
So the two of you are both looking for Celine, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Avonwaith, you're going to the observatory, and Kira, you are following Avonwaith. Is that right? Hello? Kira?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
Sounds great.
Sorry. Okay. So, Avonwaith, what is it that you want to actually do at the observatory?
Here, actually, can I shoot a quick text to Cirrus?
Wait,
Yep.
you're breaking up and my microwave's microwaving. I can't hear.
I would like to shoot a quick text to Cirrus, if possible.
Yes.
Is it-
Let's do that while Sue microwaves.
Okay.
My internet.
I'll eat a cookie.
Going. You're all breaking up.
Okay.
I'm single, you cannot break up
We
with me.
just got together.
Kira and Cirrus, do your
We're
thing.
just getting
I'm
to
gonna
know
eat a
each
cookie
other.
while
All right,
while Sue does this.
So I
You're
text
all
Cirrus.
breaking up. I don't know.
How would you get Sirius's number out of curiosity?
I thieved it when he wasn't looking. He was texting Mai. I saw it on the top.
Okay.
We know that checks out.
Yeah. He's not very, like, sneaky with his phone. He's always pulling it out, calling people. Mainly Mom. So I text him, I'm like, hey, heard from Ma yet?
No word. No word. Getting pretty worried.
You don't have my number in your phone, by the way.
Who's this?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that he's going to even really mind that much. I think
You just get,
Knowing
like, a
his
random
Ma.
text from a number that is
Yeah.
not local to the area, and it's like, hey, have you found Ma yet?
I think
that-
the thing is, his ma is the kind of ma who is the like the neighborhood ma. So there's always like kids dropping in and out, like thanks for the cookie, Mrs. Wild, and running off. So I don't think for him it would be too out of the blue for someone to just be like, "Hey, did you hear from Ma?"
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
text
he-
back. Any and any luck in pinpointing her location recently?
Not recently. They've been so bogged down with the paper. Being in text, you get like very shortened words. You saw the examples of how he texts, it's horrible. But the general gist of it is so much paperwork with the fire. I haven't heard from Ma. Need to start looking ASAP.
All right.
Do you do anything with that paper trail then, Kira?
And then dot dot dot. By the way, who dis?
You vote who's this?
VW. Who
Oh,
the
I don't know if I came up with a nickname for you.
No, you just always called Cirrus Cirrus. The only one that didn't get a nickname, which I actually kind of love.
Yeah.
I don't think I got a nickname either.
I called you Shenny, I think, once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's as nicknames go, it's not the most imaginative, but it's a nickname for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, Shen is a nickname anyway.
Well,
Oh,
you
well,
got a
I
double
suppose,
nickname.
Yeah, suppose. Yeah, it's sort
you-
of
what was
irritating
I?
to me that like my
Wings?
nickname is Lukey, which is like you've just added a syllable. It's not a nickname.
You can't nickname my name.
I'm going to reply and be all cryptic about it. I'm just gonna be like a friend who is looking for the wraith, and just leave it at that and see what he says.
That sounds like a ransom.
And you're sending that to who? To Cirrus.
To Cirrus, yeah.
Okay, Cirrus, you don't know who the Wraith is.
Okay.
That information got revealed in that document,
Mm.
and Kira's the only one privy to that knowledge. So, being somebody who's looking for the Wraith doesn't really mean anything to you.
Sounds like a ransom. Bring us the rave and I've got your mum.
I think Cirrus will say something along the lines of, "Okay, thanks for asking after Ma. Good luck with this wraith thing."
And I'm just gonna reply, the wraith has to deal with what's going on in the worlds right now. Maybe you should look into it at your job. Smiley face.
Oh god, that does sound sketchy.
Yeah,
Block.
you think?
Cirrus is like, "Okay, psycho." Blocks the number.
I'm
Alright.
probably looking at this. What? You okay, Sirius? You look a bit weirded out.
It's some random psycho text. They were asking after Ma, so I thought it was like, one of the old crew or something. But they're talking about looking into something at my job and the wraith and what's going on with the world right now, and it's like cryptic bullshit I ain't got time for.
Oh,
I just blocked it.
I wouldn't worry about it. I've been getting lots of scam calls saying doomsday is approaching and all that lava since the sky turned dark.
Cirrus will kind of cock his head sideways and look up at the sky and be like, "Uh-huh."
Eat your carrots, you'll be fine.
Alright. Don't worry, Kira will remember being blocked.
Shen,
You're a
you
boss.
hear the phone ring.
Hello? I'll drop it once before I answer it. Hello?
Hello. Could I speak with Shen? Is it?
Speaking?
Hello. I was just going through a directory here that we've got for the phone numbers in our system, just so that I could tell you that the end is nigh. It's all gonna come down.
I hang up.
We're
I
all
hang
gonna.
up. I block. I don't entertain it.
Some random guy going through the directory one at a time.
I just wave my phone to Sirius to say, point.
Yeah, I just
Cirrus
got
will
a real.
hold out his hand while the yelling is coming through the other end. It's like,
Yeah. I love the idea of just some random dude sat going through the yellow pages, just calling every number.
Good afternoon. I'm here. This is a
Good
number.
afternoon.
Don't
Yes,
say.
the end is nigh. Yeah. Okay. So
Is Avon
you
back
shoot
yet?
out that text. The two
Yeah.
of you are
Yeah.
in your new residency. Avonwaith wants to go to the observatory. What does everybody want to actually achieve? What do you want to get done? What task is it this week that you actually want to do? Let's start
I
resolving
guess-
those.
I guess we can look around on foot to try and find mine.
While I am observing Avon at the observatory,
Mhm.
I would like to call the clinic and ask for Shen's number, and I'm gonna call Shen.
It's a
Okay.
HIPAA violation if you get it.
No, I'm
okay.
just gonna be like, hey, I was the one who showed up with Shen the other night. I'm one of her friends. And
So you call the clinic and you get put through to Athena. Hello.
hello. Hi. I am looking to get in touch with Shen.
Oh, I understand. Yes, are you one of her friends?
Yeah, I was the cat person that showed up the other night.
Oh, right. I did catch a glimpse of you through the door. You didn't come and say hello, though. No, we're
I'm
always
very
friendly
shy.
here.
I'm very shy. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's fine. I used to be shy
It's
too.
social anxiety. I can't help it.
Yes, I used to suffer with anxiety as well. Do you know what helped?
What's that?
Smoking weed, love. How can I help?
I need to get in touch with Shen. Do you by chance have her number so I can contact her because we're supposed to be meeting up and I forgot to get her number?
You're her friend, though.
Yes, but we didn't have a chance with the riots and everything for me to get her number.
Give me a deception check.
Hold on. Ooh, it's +3. 16.
You beat her in sight. She. Yes, of course, yes. Do you have a pen, dearie?
I have I'm searching my bag. I'm just gonna scrawl it into the top of this building that I'm on with my
Okay.
claws. Yes, I
Please
have
don't do that.
something.
Sorry, are you going to tag a building with my ward's phone number? I'm not sure I'm
I'll
comfortable
take-
with that.
No. Oh wait, I have a piece of paper here.
Okay. Sure. Well, just please don't put the number public anywhere.
I
You
won't.
know what people are like, even on rooftops. Right. Okay. Well, and she gives you Shen's phone number.
Thank you very much. You have been most helpful.
Oh, no trouble, dearie. Well,
And
if
I
you
will
ever
work
are in
on
the
my anxiety.
neighborhood, then you are welcome to come inside and say hello. You don't need to be shy and sit up on the roof all night.
Next time I'm up that way, I will.
Good. I didn't want to disturb you when I saw you up there, but I was heading home anyway, so, you know.
Thank you again.
You're very welcome. What was your name again?
Kira,
Thank you very much, Kira.
have a great day.
Bye-bye. Shen, your phone starts to ring.
If it's another one of these doomsday people, I swear.
Just ask which end.
Alright, then. I answer the phone.
You know, it's
Hello.
very rude of Cirrus to block me.
Shen,
Oh, I'm
dearie.
sorry. Was that on me?
That was me calling Shen.
My
Shen.
bad. I'm sorry.
Shen, dearie. I
Hello?
hope it's not a problem. It's your auntie Athena.
Oh,
I-
thank goodness.
I hope it's not a problem, but your friend, the cat lady, she called and asked for your phone number. I gave it to her. I hope that wasn't a problem.
You know what? That'll be a breath of fresh air after all these doomsday calls. I keep
Oh,
getting.
are you getting them
You
as
must-
well?
Oh yes, God, it's such a pain in the butt.
Yes, I got one, and then about half an hour later, Petra got one as well. It's almost like they're just going through the directory.
I'll tell you what, if you've got someone free, just let them entertain them for a while, then it might stop a few of them coming through to other people.
Well, if they've already made it to you, then it's going to have to be someone late in the alphabet. I'm sure I've got some
Yeah.
dwarves here as patients that might have numbers, names in the X, Y's, and Z's. I'll give it a go, lovey. Thank you very much.
No problem. Take care.
Have a good day. I hope you're doing well where you are. Are you you're cleaning up all right and you're eating
Oh
properly.
yes, I'm eating. I'm very well, thank you very much.
And you're
I hope
safe.
you are
You're
as well.
keeping safe.
Yes, I've got a friend here with me.
It's been a week, lovey. You've not been back in a week. Just
I'll pop by soon. I'll pop by soon. I promise.
don't forget about me and your auntie Petra. We both love you.
I promise I'll pop by. I'll pop by this afternoon. How's that?
Yes, that would be lovely. Getting a bit crazy around here.
Oh, I
Um,
understand.
Anyway, good to talk to you again. I love you. Bye.
Bye bye.
How do I turn this thing off now?
Green button, slide across.
Green button, slide across.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry, red
green.
button, slide across.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I was beginning to
sorry.
think I was colourblind for a moment there, lovey. Thank
Oh,
you.
this dark world has gone all over the place. Anyway,
Love you, Shenny. Bye bye.
love you too. Bye.
Boop boop boop.
That nickname's catching on, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so that's what Kira does with her week. You call people.
Yeah,
Are you,
yeah.
Are you gonna call Shen as well?
Yes.
Cool. So you call Shen then.
Are you gonna answer?
I guess the
Sorry,
phone
hold on.
rings.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, is this Shen?
Ah, I recognise that voice.
Hi, tell Sirius he's a butthead for blocking my number.
Hold on, let me put it on speakerphone and you can tell him yourself.
Okay.
Serious, you might want to listen to this. I press speakerphone.
Who is it?
You're a butthead.
I've been called worse.
You blocked me.
Why wouldn't you just say it's you?
Because I am of the shadows, sir.
Shadows don't come through very well on the mobile.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, you might want to look into the Wraith thing at your job.
I'm a little more concerned about my mother still being missing at the moment.
You didn't sound concerned. You said that it was fine. Over text before you blocked me.
Because you didn't say who you were?
You could have been a kid that was calling up after mine. You don't panic, little kids.
Well, I didn't know your mom was the neighborhood mom.
That's the sort of thing you might learn if you're open about who you are.
Okay, but look, this Wraith thing, or the Raven, or whatever it's called, it has caused this darkness, and I have to keep an eye on Avon because of suspicions of my own
You
that
mean a
have
wing?
nothing to do with Avon being bad.
You mean a wing guy?
Yeah, Birdie.
Speaking of Avamaith, Kira, give me a stealth roll, and Avamaith, I want you to roll perception. Because you are
Okay.
following, and you're not really keeping your voice down there, gents. So I'm gonna see whether Avamaith
Okay,
notices you there.
Serious, how do I roll stealth with this on here now? Because I added the thing.
Oh, you added the thing.
Yeah, how do I roll?
Fancy.
So for some reason
So-
that's doing it as Cirrus, but
That's odd.
yeah,
But,
Avamaith's passive perception is 15, so that would do well.
So if you've got D&D Beyond and you added the Beyond 20 add-on, when you hover over the plus amount on the skill list, it should pop up a little question mark D20. You click on that, and it should pop straight over.
Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing that. I'll have to figure it out. I'll just roll it. Stealth.
Yep.
22.
Okay. Avamaith has no idea that you're having an argument with two of the other members of the party. right near them. Avamaith, you are completely clueless about this. Doesn't even meet your. It completely beats your passive perception, so you don't even notice it that way. Okay, so Kira, you have this conversation with Cirrus and Shen. Have you resolved that, or are we? Are you?
I'm just trying to impart upon Cirrus the importance of possibly using his job to look into this.
Okay.
Like, it's life or death.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
So Cirrus, you get that information through. That's what Kira spends her week doing.
And then
while
I'm
you
following
tail
Aiden the rest of the way.
Avamaith, yeah. So then, Shen and Cirrus, what are you doing?
Well, first of all, you blocked so many numbers. I don't know if you know which one is Kira still. Oh,
Well, we can just compare the number that you
Oh,
got,
yeah.
right?
right, here it is. You
Yeah.
might as well unblock her and put a name to it.
So three of you have got each other's numbers. And Shen, what are you doing for this week?
I'm going to actually physically try to look around the town looking for any signs of Ma from the last place which she pinged at.
Okay. You are walking through riots. The
I'm
whole
really
place
just-
is still in
Ooh.
full unrest and
Okay,
bottles
I'll
and
try to.
fires and people going everywhere.
Okay, I'm trying to avoid as much as I can.
The only reason I don't mention that for the other two is because Kira keeps to the rooftops and crawls above everything, and Avonwaith has wings to fly over everything.
Okay.
So yeah, it's you're
You're a bit
an
talk out here,
imposing
ladies.
presence.
Name I don't
So
affirm
yeah,
it,
so if
doesn't
you're
it?
so if you walk around looking for Celine, where would you be looking for her? Where would you be looking for signs?
Oh,
of
wasn't
her?
it the market or something? Or
The
last time?
last place you knew her to be was the hospital. There was
Oh.
it was that district south of Lower Heights where the what do you call it? The ping that Cirrus had on the Find My Friend app.
Or where all the goblins were trying to inject us.
Yes.
Okay, not going back there. I'll go round there though.
Go round there. So you're gonna have a look in that sort of area then.
Mhm.
Okay. So you look for signs of Celine. You notice that as you're there at the hospital, that the hospital is no longer full of sleeping people. That the place seems to have returned back to normal use, and you are able to go inside just the same as anybody else would. You would need to do an investigation check to be able to actually find any traces of her
Oh, my first roll today.
for reasons.
I thought that we had done the check on the phone before we left, or right when we were leaving the hospital, and said she was in the shopping district.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I thought about the markets.
Yes. So, I tell you what. I'll just give you this information without the roll. So, you do find that she was in the hospital, but you don't find much. You find that she was very careful and very particular about leaving very little presence behind, and that the place that she went to was the hospital records and archives.
Ooh.
That she went through there, that she was looking for something, but you don't know what, and you don't know whether she found it. But
So even if I was to try and get the records myself, I wouldn't know what to look for.
probably. You also realise that that ping about her not being in the hospital anymore was not the GPS narrowing itself down. It was that she was in the hospital and that she escaped out the back of it to the shopping district.
Go, Ma.
So yeah, that's the last sighting that you've got of any kind of information regarding her. And Cirrus has the information that a couple of years ago, what do you call it? Insurance policy with 432 was discontinued, and that 432 are a subsidiary of Tenebris Industries. Kira knows that Tenebris Industries is a front for the Moonshadow clan, has not shared that information with Cirrus yet. And you also noticed, Cirrus, when you did your perception check, that when you got that nat 20 on the last session, that Celine is not holding herself in the same way as she used to.
Ooh.
And that she's got a pendant.
Out of character, I swear to God, if she's the big bad.
Please no. I don't think it would come this quick anyway.
So yeah, there's a quick refresher. It's all the kind of thing that you could find out just by looking through the videos, but I'm not going to make you sit through like 8 hours of videos. So, not that harsh. Plus, it's just save time. But yeah, that's the thread that you've got right now. It's a loose thread, but it's a thread, and you get that from spending your week looking in and around the hospital. Cirrus, what do you spend your week doing?
He's worried about his mom. She's still not answering, I think he's going to be trying to narrow down on the Find My Phone app.
It's not working anymore. Says that the person has switched off that capability.
Oh, he's not gonna want to do this, but he's gonna go see his other mother.
Okay. You have her phone number, but you don't know exactly where she is. I wouldn't say that you've really been
Okay.
keeping up with her over the last year or two.
You know, it's because she's a cheating bitch that hurt his other mother.
So yeah, you can call her if you want to.
Shall I get some tea for this?
Make sure there's a rubber mat underneath because it's going to spill the tea now.
Oh, don't worry, I've got a saucer for him.
Okay.
I think he will call just to see if she's heard anything about Celine. Just he's going through everyone that he knows might know anything. Like any family, he's just going to like send out the mass text of has anyone heard from Celine? And just hit up anyone that he thinks might have any hint of a lead.
Okay, so you call your other mother. What's her name, by the way?
Oh, I've got that written down somewhere.
Why am I getting Cool Iron vibes?
Right with the T. Let me open that up. Why do I have to stick everything in so many folders? I tell myself it's because I'm organized.
I'm telling you, 37 tabs open at once.
Oh god. Your RAM is going to be destroyed. Close those tabs. Stop torturing your poor computer.
It's nearly dead, honey.
Carmine.
Her name's Carmine.
Carmine.
Carmine. Okay. You scroll down to where you see Mum brackets Carmine, and you hit call.
Yep.
Okay, it starts to ring.
And he starts pacing.
Keeps ringing. It keeps ringing.
Starts
Hello?
tapping his foot.
Oh,
Mother?
hello, Cirrus. Yes.
I trust you've been keeping well.
Well as I can be.
Have you heard from Celine? Have you heard from Mom?
No, not since what happened. You know, Cirrus, I've been having a few drinks. I'm feeling a little bit open today with what's been going on. I feel like it might be a bit about time for you to be filled in on this. You're an adult. You know what's going on in the world. I did not cheat on Celine. I left because she turned into a different woman. She acted completely different. She even held herself differently. I don't know what got into her, but she is not the Celine that I married. She is not your mother. You can take that however you want. Believe her or don't. I am not a cheat, nor have I ever been a cheat.
Mother, how much have you been drinking?
Enough to numb it, to numb the pain. I don't know where your other mother is. I wish that you would see sense and would have come with me. But no, you're in the Viper's Den right now, and I don't know what to tell you about it.
She had pictures. What was I supposed to think when I saw that?
And the pictures can't have been doctored in some way. You know that there's technology around these days. You can change photographs at a whim.
Just text me if you hear from her.
Fine, I will. I will. Hope you're keeping well. I miss you. I do not miss your mother.
Well, regardless of what happened, you are still my mother. I still do love you. I just
Just
it is
what,
a
Cirrus?
hard thing to see past.
Well, I know that someday you will come to understand that what I am saying is true. And it hurts me a lot right now to hear you believe these words that she told you. Someday you will understand that I was not lying, and then I will accept your apology. But before then, just look after yourself. Stay away from that viper.
You should probably drink some water, Mother.
I will, but it will be soda with my gin.
That's not gonna help you rehydrate.
It's better than nothing,
You're gonna-
Cirrus. It's
you're
better
gonna
than
have-
nothing.
You're gonna have a hangover. if you
Cirrus,
don't
I
drink
love
water.
you, but I have been drunk for the last week. I will never stop because the hair of the dog that bit you will just cure any hangover you have. You see, if I'd still been around, I could have taught you these things.
I'm pretty sure that's not really how it works.
Well, either way, there is a guy called Jack with my name on him, and I'm gonna go and drink that bad boy right about now.
Yeah, I bet there is. Thanks, Mother. And
Bye,
Cirrus will
Cirrus.
just hang up.
Just as you're about to hang up, you hear "I love," and then it cuts. Okay, so that's what Cirrus does with his week. We move over to.
He's not having a great time.
He's not. We move over to Avonwaith. Avonwaith, you are sort of you're in the district of Fortitude Observatory, and you are unknowingly being tailed by Kira. Kira, as Avonwaith is making his way up this hill to the top, where the upper limits of the city in terms of elevation hold this enormous observatory that's quite clearly matches some of the biggest buildings in this place. It's one of the things that Fortitude gets its name for. That the fortitude of the people here comes from the scientific observation and the investigation that they do here. As you see Avonwaith approach his way up the hill, you hear behind you on the rooftop a rather familiar voice.
Oh no.
Hello, Kira. You turn and see Celine.
You know everybody's looking for you, right?
Oh, but nobody's gonna find me. And she tiptoes between the tiles onto it.
And just why is that?
Because I am not Celine.
Um,
Tiptoes again.
while she was introducing herself, can I see if I can sleight of hand pull out my phone to record her?
Yeah.
All right, so I have sleight of hand of 5. Would that also be sneak or just sleight of hand?
I will. I'm gonna say you can do it with just the sleight of hand. I'll be generous.
Okay.
And it will go
Ooh.
against her passive perception.
Well, I mean, with the +5, I got a 19.
Got a 19, and I have lost her character sheet. Oh no, there it is. I had it open all along. So done. You got a what? Sorry.
19.
19. Passive perception does not beat it. So you get your phone out and you start recording.
Yep.
Okay. So she sort of hops from one ceiling tile to another. Small gnomish woman.
So, if you're not Celine, who are you?
Oh, that's not something that you need to know right now. Not at your pay grade. Look, I know that you're part of the Moonshadow clan. Want to know how I know?
Do tell.
Because I am too. She pulls out her pendant and swings it around. You know that the higher you are, the more of a moon you have. Well, this one's a full circle. Guess that must
So-
mean I'm pretty adept at this stuff. Guess that must mean I'm not so... Well, look, I'm gonna make this short. I know that you've been following this, Birdie, do you call him? Oh, I love that, by the way. That's very cute. I want to, just remind you of who your, I forget the word. What's the fucking word? Loyalties are with. There we go. That was Luke forgetting the word, not her. I want to remind you who your loyalties lie with. That you are a member of the
Allegiance?
Moonshadow clan, and I need to just put a little earworm in your head right now. That well, I just happened to catch a glimpse at that document that you've got, and I read all of it. You know, I am just so good at this. Oh, I'm so good. I burned everything to the ground in that house, and I took everything that there was. There were two people who came after me, and oh, let me tell you, they burned with the house. Look, I am looking for a certain birdie boy because the Moonshadow clan wanna kill him. Oh boy, do they. And you are part of that clan. So when we come after him, it is on you to step out of the way. You gonna do that, Star Song? You gonna do that?
I still don't know what I should be calling you.
Oh, just whatever it is you feel in your heart. You can call me whatever you want, Yuri.
A couple words come to mind.
Oh, this cat's got claws. Look, I'm gonna make this real easy for you. If you step in my way, I will kill you. I will just straight up murder your ass. And it'll be on you that he died. Look, I don't want to make this complicated. I just need you to understand that this is in your best interests. Because if you do step in our way, then I will step on your throat while I
I mean,
choke
if
the life
it's on
from you.
me, if it's on me that he dies, wouldn't that mean that I did good?
I guess so. I mean, not doing anything doesn't really constitute good behavior, does it? It's more sort of, don't put your hand in the cookie jar. You don't get rewarded with the cookie for doing that, I must tell you. Look, I am busy. I've got things to do. I've got a whole plan lined up at that there observatory, and he's walking right into our trap. So if it's okay with you, just hang out here and I don't know, maybe go get yourself a pretzel or a drink or something, but stay the fuck out of my way or I will gut you. Is that okay? Do I make myself clear? She tiptoes between
Noted.
the ceiling tiles again.
And I just say, noted.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And she jumps off the edge of the roof.
Can I
I-
check if I noticed?
You can, yeah, you can make a perception check, yeah.
Okay, so right when she jumps off, I hit stop and I text both Cirrus and Shen in all caps, observatory now. And then I send along the little sound file.
So Cirrus and Shen, you both got that. You see this message from Kira. Avonwaith, you get to roll your perception. Let me just I forget what your perception is. Perception is +5. You rolled a 9. You did not see that. Or
Oh
hear it.
no.
So Avonwaith
no.
makes his long walk up the hill. Kira, Cirrus, and Shen are all now privy to something that is about to go down. And Avonwaith, as you approach close to the doors, and everybody else is mustering around you, trying to do whatever it is that they want to do, we're going to go to the next update. Because you have just naturally managed to make your way to the next thing that I was not prepared for. So I had already prepared that it was going to go towards the observatory, and you're already there. So let's do your next news report. This is the next update for the end of this second week. Welcome wherever you are to Chorus 5 News. Due to the government-mandated rolling blackouts, we have been required by the new martial powers announced yesterday to continue a repeating broadcast. With that, here we are with the last word from Chorus Central. With our great nation of Chorus having moved to 83% renewable energy and 71% of that being solar, central government has limited power in the major cities and stopped it altogether in all smaller and rural areas. Rumours of a deal with the Celestine Shore in the pipeline are running rampant as offshore oil becomes the most reliable source of power. Professors Lickney and Marsh of Central City University this week shared their concerns with 5 News that the peace accords between the 5 nations are reliant on specific wording and that further investigation may be needed in this area. We offer our condolences to their families as rioters are presumed to have killed them both this morning. Scientists at the Fortitude Observatory have remained remarkably silent over the last fortnight, with officials voicing concerns that their apparent complacency may lead to civil panic and unrest. With the Permanite at hand, it stands to reason that there may be information pertinent to our shared predicament. Local police have refused to attend the observatory, with Fortitude Police Chief Dylan Barrett releasing this official statement. Port Police have enough on their hands. You want answers? Deal with it yourselves. Welcome wherever you are to Chorus 5 News. And it repeats. So you all get that ping up on your phones. You see it on screens around the city. You see the text from Kira, Shen, and Cirrus. Avonwaith is approaching the observatory, and I assume that each of you is going to head over towards said observatory.
I mean, that's the best lead we've got, right?
Whoa! Can I roll to sneeze to get Avonwaith's attention and make it seem like it was an accident?
Yeah. Okay.
What do I gotta roll?
Roll to sneeze. I mean, would that be a
Performance, I'd
performance
say.
check? Yeah, performance. You're gonna give
Performance,
the best
alright.
performance of your life with this.
What are your nose hairs? That makes you sneeze.
It does for most people. It doesn't for me. I just pull my nose hairs out. I have literally been doing that while I've been doing this because my nose piercing, my septum piercing tickles my nose hairs, and so I pull them out. And I've been doing that while we've been doing this. And I
I got
didn't
a
sneeze.
15, by the way.
You got a 15. Avonwaith's perception, I think your passive perception is 15. So let me just have a look. Yeah, your passive perception is 15. So I would say it comes down to a roll off. Sue and Kira, I want you to roll a flat d20, and whoever gets highest wins.
I will roll it in here just so that you can see this one, since that's where.
Okay, I've rolled this for Avonwaith. Avonwaith got a 9.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, Kira wins out. Avonwaith, you spot Kira after you hear the very loud sneeze. How does that sneeze go, Kira?
Achoo! Just like that.
Nice. We love it. Classy sneeze. Not horrible like mine are. Yeah, so Avonwaith, you turn and see Kira probably about 20 feet behind you, on a roof.
Oh, hi. Are you following me?
Oh man, there's so much dust up here.
I was just gonna go to this observatory to see if we could spot Mom or anything else over here. Think that's a good idea?
Well, I think we should all meet up with our friends. We don't know if
Oh,
they
has
have information about Mom.
Have you heard something?
No. Cirrus said that he hasn't really heard from her.
Because this could be a good vantage point of the whole city up here.
I mean, it's possible, but wasn't she like shopping or something?
Well, there is a mall over here.
Do you want to go get new digs? Clothes.
Sure.
So I get down and I meet up with Avenwaith and act like, you know, it was completely normal. I accidentally sneezed and
Yeah. Okay. Roll me a d6, and that's how many clothing shops are still open for business during a riot with a rolling blackout.
Yeah.
1. There is one shop.
It's packed.
I would say that that's quite unlucky. So we're going to give you an average kind of store. You've got a hot topic. You've got a bunch of goth and emo clothes that you can pick from. If you want to buy some new clothes, some new digs.
I shoot a text to Cirrus and Shen, and I'm like, hey, detour to the mall.
Digs, by the way, is where you live in the UK.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Your digs are not what you wear. Your digs are where you live.
well, I mean, I didn't want to just be like, want to get new shoes and call them kicks. So it's like the first thing that popped into my head was digs.
So you all meet up at the mall. There's still riots going on around you. You are all together. I've somehow managed to get you all stacked. There you go. Yeah, so you're all together at the mall, Hinge Mall. So named because it looks like a hinge, top down. And you have this moment to talk, do whatever you like.
So
My question is, did you send like that entire audio clip, or is it edited to cut down on the whole mentions of the clan and all that?
in the moment, I just sent the whole thing, the entire thing, because I was just trying to hurry up and get you guys there and wasn't thinking, and I was just like, send it, get out of here.
I'm
So you
guessing
heard
Avenwaith
everything.
doesn't know.
No, Avenwaith has no idea. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Avonwaith
you-
doesn't have any clue about any of this. Avonwaith's been doing his own thing for this whole time. Doesn't even know that you guys have been talking.
Ooh, new coat.
I'm sorry, just the new coat.
I'm gonna
No,
go
just
grab a
imagine
drink.
if-
I've got my headphones on so I can hear what you're doing. I'm gonna go
Alright.
quickly grab a drink. I'm gonna let you all just talk between yourselves in whatever discussion you would be having at the mall.
I'm just imagining the Avenwaith go finding a new trench coat and saying, "Oh, new coat," while we're talking about him.
So yeah, that's a thing that happened. Serious.
Where did?
So hey guys,
How did?
any
What's
news about
going-
Mom?
Serious.
This isn't real. This can't.
Okay, Shen, maybe you want to answer that?
I have no idea what's going on. It doesn't seem real at all.
So,
But without any other leads, we might as well follow this one. And I think that the context maybe Avenwaith
2 weeks
should
ago,
know.
she didn't know how to hang up a phone.
You can act like somebody who doesn't know what to do.
I've been back from 2. I've been back for 2 years. 2 years. Who would...
I give him a good. I'll give Sirius a consoling half hug. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's okay. It's a lot to take in, I'm sure, but unfortunately, we don't have that. I'm guessing we don't have so much time to get into it now. Really, right? Right?
You don't understand. This means this means
So I guess
Mother White.
since we all know, I show everybody the paper,
Including Avenwave.
including Avonwaith.
Okay. So just as a quick reminder, let me just go back and read that for you again, so that everybody's on the same page. Because some of you don't have this actually in print. I will put this into the main chat afterwards. Okay. Top Secret by KP Security. Subject: the Wraith, aka the Raven. First sighting, physical description, known associations, all listed as unknown. Abilities. Suggested abilities include, but are not limited to, flight and encyclopedic knowledge of the Five Nations and their laws. It is not known how these abilities came about. Significance. For as long as there have been written records, there have been mentions of a figure known as the Wraith. Of the many major disruptive world events leading back into the Malum Age, there has been mention of this Raven in places ranging from local rumour to written record. KPS has made efforts to contain these rumours and obtain all written records. It is believed that containment and control of this figure will allow Operation Squall to go ahead. Suggested actions. All efforts should be made to find and eliminate the counterpart to the Wraith known as, and this is where you filled in the blank, Sue. Not Sue, Jen. Known as Avonwaith. Organisations outside of KPS are close to resolution on this matter, and it is believed that the Wraith is close to obtaining the final key to all. And with that, I'm going to pop this into the chat. In fact, I'll do it without the redacted bit. Quickly open Photoshop. So yeah, you all get that information. You all know that that is the crack at the moment.
Guys, I don't know anything, I swear. I don't know how my name got on there.
I believe you.
Oh, thank you.
I think we need to figure out why you don't remember.
I would like to, too.
Because why were you thrown out of heaven? Sorry.
Just think this whole thing is a lot bigger than it should be for us.
Well, I was doing some research, and it doesn't seem like there's ever been an angel thrown from heaven before.
Sirius?
I'm not exactly that.
No, I know, but the paper is from your employment place.
I've put it in the
You
general
do
D&D stuff
remember that I worked on contract at the lowest, most rundown local office. This is high level shit.
and I've put it into your tavern chat as well.
Perfect.
Just so it doesn't get lost in all the chat that normally happens in general D&D.
Have you not heard of Operation Squall at all? Right.
I'm going to assume I have it without any roll.
You haven't. And you would be right to assume that it's high-level stuff.
So I would like to know what Operation Squall is before anything else.
Well, before you've got to the observatory, Avonwaith actually hasn't spent a week doing anything yet. So Avonwaith could actually use the week doing this, and then you all go to the observatory together. Because the observatory wasn't really going to go down the way that you thought it was by going there and finding stuff out about yourself.
So do you want to do that then? I would have shared this with you beforehand. and caught everybody else up.
So, in that case, if you do want to do that, Ivan Waith, you can use your week to give Cirrus a help action, I guess, and Cirrus would basically be doing this in your place. Because I think Cirrus is probably the person who's most likely to find information out about KPS.
Okay.
So, Cirrus, you can do that if you want.
Cool. What role would it be? Investigation?
It's just your week. You just spend the week.
Okay,
It's an
that
automatic success. So you would find out information about Operation Squall. There's very little that's in open record. You would have to go through some of the deeper channels to find out any more about it. What you do know from the open records are that Operation Squall is yet to be started, but is likely to see massive growth in the company. It's something that you would need to roll for if you wanted to try and go deeper. But if you fail and fail badly, then those people at your place of employment will know that you tried to snoop. Up to you how far you want to go with it. I'll give you more information in either way.
Roll.
Yeah, I'll give you more information, either way, even more than I've already given you. Whether you want to go for the light approach or whether you want to go for the risky deep approach, I'll let you choose. But you'll get more information either way. It's up to you whether you want to risk it on a roll.
Does Cirrus have any idea of what consequences would be? Because
You would know that the manager at your local office would be aware that you had tried to access top secret documents that are way above your pay grade. The consequences of which, that's not the kind of thing that happens every day at your place of employment. You don't know whether that's even whether it be contained to just your workplace or whether that would be a federal crime. Espionage and that kind.
Fine.
Up to you. I would say that the consequences will depend on how poorly you roll.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 1 below, then we're okay. If it's like 5, 10 below, then we're not okay.
I think.
I mean,
everything
meow.
that's gone on for him. Yeah, meow. The cats are getting fed.
Yeah.
Let's taking care of it.
Now,
I think with everything that's been going on for him lately and how out of control everything feels, this would be an avenue where he actually feels like he can take some control back, get a handle on what's going on, at least some idea of what's going on, and he would take that risk, but he would try to be a bit smart about it. Like he'd message the group chat of people who don't suck in the company,
okay.
like Phil from accounting, and just be like, something's crossed the radar. Anyone hear about some top secret? And just kind of allude to something about wraiths and ravens. Like try to make it feel like he's come across it just in the paperwork and is trying to follow up and dot all his T's and cross his I's.
Okay. Would you say that this is more of a stealth, more of a sleight of hand, or more of a performance that you're trying to do? Or deception?
I think this is probably more of a deception on his part.
Okay. I would set this at a 15 PC. So if you get a 10, then that's bad. If you get a 5, then that's really bad. If you get a nat 1, then that's absolute awful.
So checking in with the people that he actually deals are not like corporate shills. Yeah, okay. I am scared. Was this the role with Hope, or was that going to be just in general?
You being helpful is you taking this instead of Avonwaith, so that you do this as your week as well as Avonwaith. That makes sense.
Well, that's not
A
great.
10. Okay. So it's bad. One of them, like, you get some information from one person, but then another person finds that in the chat and reports it to somebody in lower management, not in C. So you have an idea that in the coming days there might be a conversation or two with somebody. But for now, at least, you've got a little bit of extra information. So, somebody called Matthew gets back in touch with you. They are seemingly clueless about the fact that this should be kept a secret, but they're not clueless about what the nature of the actual operation is. Seems that they might have acted as an assistant on an off day. Somebody who was in a meeting about this operation. Seems that this is something that is very important to senior management within the company, CEO and executive board, that kind of level. And it is something which you get a sense is not going to be particularly good for everybody else, but will be very good for KPS. Since Squall means storm, and they seem to be interested in how celestial bodies impact on tides and weather patterns, and how they might want to influence those to cause chaos, so that then they will end up being called in by the government to aid in martial law. More business for KPS because chaos everywhere else. But for that, you do get some information passed on to a low-level manager about your involvement. Had you got a 9, it would have been senior management fucked. You are fucked, just not as badly fucked.
Not as bad. They might be able to talk their way into less dire consequences.
Yes. But somebody who might know more about all of this would be the people at the observatory. Celestial bodies, they've been silent for quite some time. Matthew points you in their direction and says they've been quiet for a bit. Why don't you go and talk to them?
And thanks to Matthew. And he'll kind of self-depreciatingly say, sounds like it's above his pay grade. That Cirrus's pay grade.
With that, are you all going to the
leave the
observatory?
chat like that.
Yeah, get.
So I'm going to activate that scene. We are all heading over to the observatory.
When sharing this information, I think Cirrus would kind of wonder aloud. It's like, is this the sort of thing that we could put on a conspiracy board somewhere? Let other people do the digging on it?
Well, just let one of those doomsday call come through. I'm probably sure one of them was like a conspiracy nut.
Yeah.
Just let one of them through and say, "Hey, look at this."
Yeah, we'll have the conspiracy theorists thinking that we're the nutty ones. That's not going to go well.
So yeah, you make your way up to the observatory. You notice that there are lights on in the entrance, but the rest of the place seems quite dark. That some of the doors are open in cracks, and you also see through the window that there are a lot of scientists lying motionless on the ground.
Oh. Are we in? Oh no, no.
You're outside. So you can now make your way in if you want to. How much of that conversation about Celine, as you know her, did you share with Avonwaith? Does Avonwaith know that this is a potential assassination attempt on his life?
Well, I mean, Avonwaith would know that considering the paper.
No, I don't know Mom is
No.
bad.
Avonwaith doesn't. Avonwaith knows that there is an outside investigation, an outside agency trying to resolve this. but doesn't know that Celine is a bad person and has done something with the actual Celine and is actively trying to kill Avonwaith at the observatory.
Well, there was a moment in the mall where Sirius was like, "I can't believe 2 years," and I don't know if Avonwaith would have said anything during that.
Business jokes.
Well, if no one's outwardly told Avonwaith, then Avonwaith doesn't know. But this is a trap laid out for him.
Because I haven't even said something about, has anyone heard from Ma while we were at the mall?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no one answered, I don't think.
No. And my character isn't going to because of her background.
Okay. Then in that case, Cirrus or Shen, would you have told anything to Avonwaith about this, seeing as you saw the video? Or the recording, rather? Heard the recording?
I think. What would Shen do?
What would Shen do?
Comedy sketch. Probably try to tell him what's going on. I don't know if anyone's gonna try to stop me.
Look, I'm not getting in the way.
No.
Alright. Anyway, I think you got to be extremely careful.
Why do you say that?
Am I allowed to just show the video or the recording? Does this, and I show the recording.
Whoa.
So, Avonwaith, you get to see everything that that the gnomish rogue was talking about. Saying that you are a target and that Kira needs to stay the fuck out of the way so that they can kill you easily.
Why didn't she kill me when she had the chance?
Because I had to sneeze.
No, I mean, but when we were all together.
Oh yeah. Maybe she was just doing recon.
I look at Sirius. Any idea?
She's been my mom for my entire life. And I
didn't-
found out from this recording that she's part of some moon clan.
Maybe
it
she's
has
not.
been
Maybe your
for-
real mom is tied up somewhere.
That doesn't sound like great either.
That's not great, because it would have been for over 2 years.
Oh no.
Didn't you say you have 2 moms?
Yes, that's why I said
Oh,
it has been 2
so
years.
he's got a spare, is that it?
It's alright, you got a spare, no need to forget this, right? You just
No,
Yeah.
what does your other mom think? Have you talked to her?
I called her to ask if she'd heard from Ma, and she
Wait, so she doesn't know about this?
She claimed that while I was away, Ma changed, and that Carmen left because Ma was changed, that she was someone else, and not because Carmen had cheated.
I kind of pat Sirius awkwardly. Maybe you should call her again and let her know what you now know.
And apologize?
What? No, that's up to you. I just wanted you to let her know what's going on.
I think that's the biggest outburst I've ever heard Cirrus have. To apologise to one of his moms.
Oh, pride.
That's up to you. I can't tell you what to do in that, but just maybe let her know.
I also think that
Clearly
speaks a
she
lot to
already knew.
Cirrus's character. That Cirrus is very calm under pressure when people are trying to inject him. But gets very emotional when it comes to family. Well,
I
Kira
think
kind of like removed her hand when he said that, and she was like, "What the fuck?" Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
well, as you all approach the doors to the observatory, you realise that the front door is open. The front lights are on.
well, not convenient.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a trap or something.
So convenient.
I don't think Avonway should go first.
No, but I still think Evan should be flanked by us.
No, I don't think you should go last either.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a skylight that we can look in? Maybe I
You
could
guys
fly
and your
up.
flipping skylights. Always with the skylight.
We don't
It's an
get that much
observatory.
room, eh?
It's an observatory. There's a massive fucking hole in the roof.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Let's fly. I'm gonna go fly up.
Right. So I'm going to move you over the top of where that is then. So each of you go together, is that? You all going there?
Well, I can't fly.
I'm going
Can I
last.
carry?
Sorry. Kira could
Okay.
help someone else climb as well, I'm sure.
I can climb it.
Right, let me just move you down here then.
Where do we go?
So the main part of the observatory is over here. So you're all on the roof, over this. See through the hole in the roof where the enormous telescope pokes out of. This below you. You see that there are scattered books and papers all over the floor. But there is only one light still on in the corner, and it's only because the candle hasn't burned all the way down yet. But the rest of the place is completely dark. There's melted wax all over. You see that there are 3 unconscious scientists on the ground. The ones that I've pinged there. Also see 2 cloaked and hooded figures that are skulking in the darkness with blades drawn, ready to attack. You are currently on the observatory roof, looking down over all of this. You know that there is a trap lying in wait for Avonwaith to assassinate him in here. You know collectively that Celine is not who she says she is. Kira knows her to be a high-ranking person within the Moonshadow clan. And you don't know what has happened with Sirius's actual mother. But what you do know is that this is a situation which apparently has the whole world wrapped up in it, and that this could be a matter not just of national security but of international security. And with that, we're going to end the session.
Oh,
Cliffhanger.
I was already.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm.